In today's modern parenting, if you have a kid in college or heading to college, you may know about Rush Week. That's when fraternities and sororities open up recruitment for potential members, and it often happens right around this time at the beginning of the school year.
Yeah, joining a sorority or fraternity can be a rewarding experience for young people, but for some, juggling the academic pressures of school and the social obligations of so-called Greek life can feel overwhelming. Joining us now is psychotherapist Dr. Robi Ludwig. So, Dr. Robi, what are some of the questions that adults, caregivers, parents should ask young adults if they're going to school and they're thinking about doing this, what often people call rushing for Greek life?
Yeah, well, I think that they should look into the fraternity and sorority and see what their mission is, if they feel comfortable with the people who are part of that community, if they can see themselves making friendships and achieving leadership ability. Do they provide support for academics? It really can be a home within a home, but I would advise kids to really take their time to see who they feel is a good fit for them.
And I will just say, I don't mention it publicly much, but I was in Greek life when I was in college, and it was a rewarding experience.
Yeah.
I think sometimes it gets a bad rap because bad things happen, but what are the positives that you would tell parents?
It's really great for networking. I even know adults who say, oh, this person was in my sorority, and it creates that immediate connection. But I think the idea that too, within a big school, it can be a home within a home. And you can meet people who are lifelong friends, and you can develop skill sets that maybe you wouldn't have the opportunity to do in the bigger college environment.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of times when we talk about Greek life in the press, it comes up in the context of hazing.
Yes.
Hazing being when a young person is pressured to do things that might make them uncomfortable in its sort of worst forms. Talk about how a parent or caregiver can look out for signs that maybe a young person is struggling around hazing.
Yeah, so I would look into the school and the fraternity, sorority reputation, right, if there were any problems in the past, and also to help your child look out for signs and just say, empower them to say it's never okay to be humiliated. It's never okay to feel like your mental health or your physical well-being is at risk. And there are places that you can turn to if you feel that somebody is stepping over the line or you're concerned for others. And I think that that's a great start, and to encourage them to trust their instincts.
Yeah.
Because they're going to have to rely on their instincts for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, a lot of colleges have student affairs offices where students can go if they have concerns.
I am sitting here thinking, though, as a parent of college-age people now, it's sometimes hard to call your parents and say, this is happening to me, I'm being asked to do something I'm not comfortable with. I don't know, what's your advice on making sure your kids feel like they can say that to you?
Be proactive. Ask them direct questions about their experience if they are going for sorority or fraternity life. And also allow them to feel comfortable talking to you. Let them know that you are on their side. You're not there to judge them. And if there's any way that you can help them, I think just put it out there. Do it via text. Do it via an article, a phone call. Just stay connected in some way.
Yeah, and you brought up the best point, which is in its best form, Greek life can be a space for connection, community, and networking.
Yes.
Dr. Robi Ludwig, thank you so much.
Thank you.
There's much more news ahead.
Don't go anywhere. You are watching NBC News Daily.